Whoa, bouncy. Besides, well, first of all, howdy everybody. Besides flying my drone, playing guitar, one of my top passions, hobbies, I really love doing is photography. And I started, I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was, but it was maybe shortly after I got out of college, 06, 07, right around there, maybe a little bit before. But I really got into it when I got my first DSLR, which stands for Digital Single Lens Reflex. If that means anything, it doesn't mean anything to me. But when I got my first DSLR camera, which was a Canon T5i, one of the very basic entry-level digital cameras, but I really had to learn a lot when I first started using it. I was used to a just point and click type of camera until I got that one, and then I really started getting into photography when I started writing my gardening articles back in I started them around in 06, 07 too. Started writing and taking photographs to use in my columns, and that's when I started really falling in love with photography, more so than videography. So but it's been a huge passion ever since, and I don't really say a lot about it, haven't really said a lot about it on my YouTube channel. You guys see all my drone footage. I did make a video of some photographs, a little photo slideshow, but that only touched the surface of my photo catalog, which as of today there's over 20,000 pictures. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys, a lot of you photographers out there have way more than I have. But every now and then I'll go back, well, not every now and then, practically daily, I'll go open up Lightroom and look at my photographs, just go through and just start kind of browsing through, and I'll see some that I really can't believe it was me that took it, but I know it was. So I've progressed in my development as a photographer. Now I'm doing senior portraits. I've done a couple of weddings with a friend of mine who's also a great photographer. But during the summer, when it's hot and muggy, I don't get out much with the camera. It's more in the evenings of drone flying that I do in the summertime. But when fall rolls around, and anytime actually the weather is kind of conducive to a little slight chill, kind of cloudy like today, I love getting out and taking pictures, just random pictures, and they don't probably mean anything to anybody but me. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. Right now I have my Canon it's an EOS Canon 6D Mark II with a 24-105 zoom lens on it, and I use it for everything. The lens that I use, that lens, and another lens I carry around, the 70-200. And so I'm just going to walk around my yard and see what I can photograph. So I've been walking around photographing. I know some of you all live in areas that are a lot quieter. Someone was one of my photographer YouTubers I follow or subscribe to. A lady, real nice lady, Canadian, eh? She was walking through a little trail, and she said, "There's something about the crunch of her feet." The sound of it. But I don't know if you guys can hear mine or not with the highway sound so close. There is movement in the woods besides me. I think there's a squirrel or two. That's a hickory, scaly bark, my dad used to call them right there. Small, thin diameter, you can see the bark. Scaly bark hickory. Nuts. Hickory nuts probably around somewhere. They dropped, yeah, they dropped a few shells there. Look old. Kind of interesting, everything actually, if you happen to take a close look at stuff. The patterns in nature that you see is really cool. I don't often, or we don't often take the time to stop and look and notice the patterns of things. Sometimes I wish we lived further out, but it's so convenient having a Walmart right down the road. Let's walk a little further here, a little on down this way. Hear the crunch of my shoes on the ground, the dry leaves. I don't know if I'm much of a vlogger or not. I try. I said I was going to do that with my channel. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Here's a little clearing here. You can see the I-80 over there, other side of the cut cornfield. Pretty trees. That's where I had my drone up the other day. Sun's about ready to set. I'll try to get the picture of the sun popping through the clouds real quick like that. We just put a fresh battery in, and I wish I could get that squirrel. Because it's dropping nuts, but not all that. It's sporadic. Must be eating one and then waiting a few minutes and then shelling another one. In the trees somewhere. I have found shed antlers at her before too, but in the spring, it's fall here and they're not dropping antlers yet. But you could find one that's been dropped last year. And I can tell a deer come through here. You can make out a little bit of a path. You can kind of tell. And also they'll rub on trees with their antlers too. I'm sure you hunters all know about that. There's some good trees in here if you're a logger, but I would never have them cut down. It'd really be loud. Interstate would really be loud if I had these trees cut down. On the highway too. Oh, there's another golf ball of mine. Always nice to find a golf ball. Well, that's actually a range ball. Probably kept from the range and whenever. I've got two now in my pocket I found here. I don't get out and play golf like I used to. Acorns here. What's that bottle doing here? I hate to see stuff in the woods. Man, I don't know what that... Can't even tell what kind of bottle it is. Oh well. Well, that's neat. I gotta take a picture of that. Mushrooms on the log there. It'd be a neat picture. Is this really considered woods or wood lot? Because you run out of woods right there. And I just heard the squirrel dropping some nuts again. I know it sees me up there, wherever it is. Lots of yellow. Lots of yellow, pretty trees. I could have me some firewood free. Clean all this mess out. I bet you I could probably push that thing over right there. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? I'm stronger than I look. That's pretty rotten though, you can see that. Twisty bark. I think it's gonna wrap up this vlog, if you will, because I'm coming through to my yard. This is part of the yard I maintain. And I want to take some pictures of my black gum. That's just an absolutely beautiful tree. And look, the sun right over there would be a nice shot while we get a little bit of the sun on the tree. So we'll get that. So, get back to the house. I was over there talking to a neighbor walking Walking down along through the edge of my woods there. And we'll kind of wrap it up. And the sun's really shining across the road there. Some pretty trees. And I'm surprised these zinnias have lasted. Look, the morning glories are blooming. They think it's morning. Pretty zinnias. Still blooming. We haven't had a hard killing frost yet. But one's coming sooner than later. Okay. I'm out of here.